You're doing alright? Yeah, fine.
It's the tube train.
You're right over inside.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? There's nothing in there. Just been sitting on my own. Some of you are already filming and stuff. Right, hello. This is. Can everyone see and hear?
Bonkers, man.
Kevin. How you doing? Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? As this is the first of the hide and speak gigs we're doing this evening. And yeah, it's just going to be me talking to people in weird locations, kind of like this. I'm not always going to have that dramatic and I didn't know if people were in yet or not. And yeah,
You've done it 3 times already.
but yeah, it's literally. There's obviously we're doing them all with no amplification. I should have turned this on. So, sorry, this is the first one. It's very amateurish. But see, it's all just going to be speaking without mics and without anything to aid us. Have many of you been to, or any of you been to a spoken word gig before? Some of you, Keith has. I know half the people. This is weird. Yeah, so obviously the only thing is there's no amp. So if you turn your phones to vibrate mode and your vibrators to phone mode. I stole that joke. A guy called Bo Burnham. It's a very. But yeah, and that's about it. So I'm going to begin. If that's okay. Is everyone okay and comfortable? Not too freaked out or weird by it all. Right. When it's cold, we bite the top of our zips and pull it up with our teeth till it covers our lips. Then exhale. Central heating for the weather beaten. No feet are beating the street and stand by us like Will Wheaton. Walking these streets with that distant stare. No one likes us, but we don't care. Maybe our kind don't fit round here. Our minds find conflict round here. See, we choose to cruise a route that ain't paved with gold. So our shoes don't slip, they stick and grip this road. Our tools are ink slicks that we engrave and mould for an end goal you maybe can't spend or fold. We won't settle for unsought careers or 40 years of salty tears. Like a battered up mixtape with a long faded label. When I'm old and decaying, I'll be decaying and able. So if the bad times are coming, let them come. Let the death drum break the slump before the once young brave succumb. The fickle flicker of desire expires. The bad times are coming, let them come. You know, it's enlightening. I see so many kids that love being writers more than they love writing. Loose lips sink ships, pursed lips burst hearses. There's no room in your grave for your words and verses. So we just keep planting these seeds, even if we'll never get to sit under their trees. And we don't need fat CVs to prove to ourselves what we have achieved. We'll just maintain jurisdiction of the purest diction and make writing with conviction our healthy addiction. So slip off the curb and wake up. Life's drunk and she's smeared her makeup. Grab hold of her like she's trying to leave you. Engage with her, don't just be a passive receiver. Dolan said, if your heart ain't quit on you, how are you going to quit on your heart? I found this fitting and true, so now I'm sticking this through until these meat-covered bones fall apart. So if the bad times are coming, let them come. Let the death drum break the slump before the once young brave succumb. The fickle flicker of desire expires. The bad times are coming, let them come. Cheers. It's awkward. You don't know if we should have the regular clap interaction or a smile at the end or what. As these are intimate ones, I thought I'll try and, if I can think of anything, talk a little bit about the ones I'm doing or the ones I've done. So that last one was Let 'Em Come, and there's a bit at the end that says, Dolan says, if your heart ain't quit on you. There's a guy called B. Dolan who's toured with us a load of times, great writer. And I had an email conversation because I knew that if your heart ain't quit on you, how are you going to quit on your heart? I'd heard it, so I wasn't sure if it was from him. And I'm still not sure if it is, because he does a character of, he comes out as Evel Knievel sometimes. And I'm sure it's something he says as Evel Knievel, but our email conversation just got confused. I was saying, so is that one of your lines? He's like, yeah, Evel Knievel says it. I'm like, it's like, you as Evel. He's like, it's Evel, like Evel Knievel. And I was like, so it's an Evel Knievel quote. It's like, no, it's from my Evel Knievel record. It's like, so I don't know. So I just went with Dolan, because I don't know if it was actually Evel Knievel who said that. Yeah, I'll do another one. Might as well crack on. This one's called Magician's Assistant. It's tragic. You tried to cut yourself in half, but this ain't magic. In fact, it's something far more dark and more dramatic. Self-harm, that's what they call it. because it just affects you. It's your life, your body, so you can choose what you do. And if one day you can't rein it in and of your last breath you are the only witness, then so be it, because it's your last breath and it's nobody else's business. But then, what about your little sister? I mean, you think your life's been bad. And by no means am I belittling that, because I know the troubles you've had, but a teen finding out a big sister chose death over life. Finding out that instead of turning to her with your problems, you turn to a knife. That's a whole lot of pain to deal with, and a whole lot of damage. And the only role model she has now is little more than words engraved in granite. But as you said before, this just affects you. It's your life, your body, so you can choose what you do. And if one day you can't rein it in and of your last breath you are the only witness, then so be it, because it's your last breath and it's nobody else's business. But then, what about your parents? God knows they've done all they can to support. Yeah, you didn't grow up in a mansion, but they gave you the best life they can afford. And the moment that last bit of life trickles out and your lungs cease to breathe, they've failed the most important task that they will ever receive. They've failed to give their child a life that's worth living. And that's a failure that, as long as they live, of themselves is unforgiving. But, as you said before, this just affects you. It's your life, your body, so you can choose what you do. And if one day you can't rein it in and of your last breath you are the only witness, then so be it, because it's your last breath and it's nobody else's business. But then, what about your friends? How did they fail to see this coming? I mean, you can only take so much pain, and recently it feels like the tap's been left running. Families grow distant, but it's supposed to be your friends you can rely on. They shouldn't just be there for fun and drinks, they should be your shoulder to cry on. They should be the one you turn to when you can't turn to your family, but they're failed too, because you don't ever ask for it. Their support should have been mandatory, but as you said before, this just affects you. It's your life, your body, so you can choose what you do. And if one day you can't rein it in and of your last breath you are the only witness, then so be it, because it's your last breath and it's nobody else's business. But then, what about me? Or what kind of boyfriend am I? Instead of living a life I was a big part of, you would rather die. Instead of fighting through together and turning things around, you decided the grass was greener on the other side of the ground. Of our shared lives, there was nothing worth living for as far as you could see. So if that's the case for you, what is there left in this life for me? But, as you said before, this just affects you. It's your life, your body, your sister, your parents, your friends and your partner, so you can choose what you do. And if one day you can't rein it in and of your last breath you are the only witness, then fuck everybody else, because that ain't something that you've got to live with. The magician's assistant. Too many problems to list them. Not enough people to listen. The magician's assistant. Cheers. I'm going to turn this off now as we've not got a lot.